What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to Wi-Fi Wednesday. Now, today we are going to be taking on someone very familiar to the channel, and that is going to be KidKujo. We have had him on the channel several times at this point, and, you know, he sent me a message a couple days ago and said, hey, we haven't battled in a long time. I'd really like to get a battle with you, and so I was like, you know what? We're just going to have to do that. So I threw a new team together. Obviously, I haven't changed the name of this thing yet, but this is going to be based on Choice Banded Terrakion. Now, this thing is crazy strong. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, this thing's insane. It hits incredibly hard, and it's awesome. So we also have a Guts boosted Obstagoon, which is going to go in. We are running Sticky Webs on our Galvantula. We've got a Choice Specs Kyurem and a Choice Scarf Hydreigon in order to give us a trio of choice users. This will either win us the game or cause us to just completely lose. So we'll just find out what happens with that. And then a bulky Mew with Rocks, Taunt, all that good stuff. So yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this right now, and yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I hope he's ready, because I am definitely ready. So what have we got here? A very scary looking team here, but we've got Dracovish, which is always ridiculously hard to deal with. We've got a, oh man, Dragapult's kind of a problem because it's so fast, especially if that thing is clear body and just ignores our webs. That's going to be an issue, so we do need to watch out for that. But we do have Scarf Hydreigon, so that's a thing. We've got Seismitoad to worry about, which is kind of an issue. Yeah, this is a pretty scary team. Now Togekiss does get one shot. As long as he's not max defense, then we can one shot it with Stone Edge from Terrakion, so it's not that big of a deal. So Terrakion looks decent against this team. Dragapult's kind of an issue, but besides that, this is looking pretty strong. So I think we're just going to lead with our Galvantula here, and we're going to work our way from there. Now let me make sure this Mew has everything it's supposed to. All right, so we're going to make this work, and yeah, that is going to be that's going to be all a team preview, and we're just going to have to see what we can do. So yeah, it's been a long time since we've had KidKujo on the channel, and I'm excited. I'm glad to finally have him back to do a battle. And he goes ahead and leads off with the Dragapult there. So that is a big threat already out on the field, and I'm not really a fan of it. So I have a couple options here. I can go ahead and click Sticky Web and then let him knock me down to my Sash. Or I could swap out and try to take some kind of a hit on something else, which I also don't like. So, yeah, so where is your removal? He could have Defog on the Togekiss, but I think I've just got to go ahead and click Webs here. Okay, so he does go ahead and U-turn out, which is cool. He does break my Sash, shoo, by a lot, which I feel like he has to be physical for him to do that much to me. I mean, I'm frail, but like with a U-turn, that seems like a lot of damage. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and get our webs up, which is really, really nice. And I don't know what he wants to go into. Arcanine. Okay. Yeah, if he'd gone into Seismitoad, Energy Ball would have been a great move to click. But Arcanine, not as great of a switch in for us. So we could just go for a Thunder and just get damage, which I'm kind of inclined to do. I do like having this for Seismitoad. I like having this for several things, actually, so I might just save this. What do we want to go into, though? That is the question. I don't want to go straight into Terrakion and then just, like, die, because that's probably what would end up happening. I'm going to go Mew, because I am kind of bulky on this set. I've got some bulk investment. And we're gonna see what we can do here. I want to go ahead and get a knockoff. Oh gosh, Flare Blitz is gonna hurt quite a bit. Ow. Yeah, that hurt a lot. But we do get a lot of recoil off on this, and he is leftovers. So I do want to get rid of those leftovers. So we do have knockoff, and we can get rid of the leftovers. And we do live one more Flare Blitz, as long as that wasn't like a low roll and then into a high roll. So I'm actually going to click knockoff instead of rocks first. And if he wants to stay in, he can. If he wants to swap out, then something's losing its item, which is absolutely fantastic. I would love for the Dragapult to come back in. That would be the best thing for me. Send in Dragapult. Let's go. As he does send in Dragapult, let's go. All right, so we are going to get a big knockoff on this thing. Boom. Okay, so we do like right at half. Right at half is great. As he's choice banded. That's why he did so much. That's crazy. My goodness. That's why. So, do we want to stay in and sack Mew? I really feel like no, because I would really like to be able to... I'd really like to be able to get off rocks later. And if I stay in, then I die. What is Obstagoon doing to his team? I think Obstagoon does the least amount of work on my team, honestly. I mean, he still does work, but I think he does the least amount of work. So I think I'm going to swap him in. And if he goes for like a Shadow Ball or a... well, he's physical, so he would have Phantom Force. If he goes in if he does a Phantom Force, then that's fantastic for us. As he does go for that. All right. That is fine for us. This is going to be a free hit off on this Dragapult. So, yeah, I think he forgot that I had a normal type on my team. And we're just going to click knockoff on this pretty freely. So, yeah, he can't touch us. And we get a knockoff. And with how our attack being as high as it is with Guts boost, that's going to kill even without an item. Absolutely fantastic. So that is a big threat out of the way, and you saw that it didn't get affected by webs, so that was clear body, and that could have been a real problem toward the end, especially if he was a special set. That would have been a lot more of an issue for our team. But that doesn't mean that that he can't come back, because he still has quite a few threats on his team. Okay, he does go into the Togekiss, which could be an issue, especially since this thing does not take any kind of webs slowing down. What do we want to do here? So I do still have Kyurem for the Toad with Freeze Dry now. I want to get my rocks up with Mew. I think, again, with Obstagoon, I think I just have to go ahead and... I think I could get a Parting Shot off here to go ahead and just lessen his output. No, I'm just going to click Facade. Okay, he is going to go ahead and Nasty Plot. So, I'm glad we didn't just straight Parting Shot, because that still would have left him at +1. This is going to do a huge amount of damage. Alright, so that is some nice damage for us, for sure. I'm a fan of that damage. And we're still going to be faster than him, and we know he's not Scarfed because of the leftovers. I'm going to click Parting Shot. And if he wants to kill us, he can. Okay, he does. Bop. And he does kill us. So, that's okay. The Goon showed up. He did his job. He killed Dragapult. That's all we needed. Okay, so because we know that he is leftovers and not some crazy variant, we know that Terrakion will outspeed. And so we can go into this pretty freely and just click Stone Edge. And this thing dies to a Stone Edge every time. And we should be pretty Gucci. I don't want to mess around with this thing being at +2 already. I don't want to let him start running through my team or possibly get off another Nasty Plot. So, yeah, I'm just going to click Stone Edge. If he switches into something like Seismitoad, then it's fine. Okay, so we do get the Stone Edge. We do hit, and the Togekiss is going to drop. So that is fantastic. Crit did not matter. I will guarantee you right now, crit did not matter. So... it's fine. Don't worry about it. So, alright. So, what do we got next? Dracovish. Okay, so I can't really do much to a Dracovish, as he has a shiny boy. I'm very jealous because I do not have a shiny Dracovish yet, and I love the shiny. What do we want to go into here? I feel like he just clicks Vicious Rend, and there's not really anything I can do to stop it. And nothing on my team really wants to take one. So I'm gonna just go Mew and unfortunately probably let this die. Yeah, I don't want anything else taking damage, and this is just gotta be what takes it. Ow. That does so much damage. I feel like basically anytime this thing switches in, it gets a kill, and so I've got to be really careful with it. So I'm gonna go Kyurem here, and I'm just gonna click Freeze Dry. If he goes Arcanine, then, you know, it is what it is. But I'm going to click Freeze Dry. And we Oko it if he stays in. If he swaps back out then and goes into Arcanine, then we're kind of in a rough position. Okay, he does swap into Lucario. Okay, so this is going to do an okay amount, but not great. And again, we are choiced, so we can't just switch up to the good old Earth power here. But this should do an okay chunk, as it does almost half, so that's pretty good. We didn't get the freeze, which is unfortunate. And so now we sack Galvantula. Yep, we're just going to have to let this die. I'm sorry, buddy. Yep, he clicks CC, which is actually really nice for us now, being having the lowered defenses, so we can now kill him with basically anything. Okay, so I'm left with my three choice users. So this is where things get interesting, right? So I could go CC on this and that would kill, or Earthquake. Actually, Earthquake would probably be better. Yeah, all three of these mons have ground type coverage. I'm gonna go Terrakion here, since he's the star of the show, so he needs some kills. So we're gonna go ahead and click the Earthquake here. Togekiss is dead, so we don't have to worry about any kind of flying types or anything like that. Whatever he switches in is taking a banded Earthquake from a Terrakion. Alright, so he does just leave the Lucario in to die, which is totally fine with me. This thing, if it had Bullet Punch, that would have been the time to click it, but it must not have it. Or even Vacuum Wave or any kind of priority. That would have been the time to click it, because I'm definitely faster. And now Dracovish comes back in, which is a huge problem. So, how much do I actually need Hydreigon here? I don't think I need it, because I got webs up, so this thing's pretty slow now. I just need Kyurem. The Arcanine is a problem, though. The Arcanine could lead to him winning, because I don't have, since I'm choiced on everything. Okay, I've got to go Hydreigon here. This might take one, but I'm kind of doubting it. This thing hits so hard. I'm assuming he's Scarfed and not Banded, but he's still going to hit like a truck. Okay, we do take one, because it's resisted. And we're dropping a Draco. I'm not messing around with this thing. We're dropping a Draco, and we if I lose because I missed a Draco... Oh! I lived because he went second. Alright, we've got another shot here. Let's go. We've got a shot. Come on. So since we switched out, he got the full double damage on that first one, and then he went for it again, and so he had the regular base power on that one. He does swap out, so whatever he brings in is taking a Draco. It is the Seismitoad. Okay. Can I please hit this one? Please. I would have preferred to have hit the first one. Okay, we can hit this one, which is totally great with me. Oh my gosh, this thing is so fat. So the question is, do I preserve this? Because I can. I think I swap in Kyurem here. I think I have to. Because now this thing having Draco is actually pretty nice. So I'm gonna keep it. And we're gonna go Kyurem on Earth Power, Scald, Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb, okay. Ow. Poison probably doesn't matter. I mean, it could, but I'm doubting that that's gonna matter. Okay, so he could swap in... If he swaps in Arcanine here, I'm kind of big sad. Do I need to make that read, or can I afford to make that read right now? I don't know if I can afford to make that read. Because Freeze Dry hits everything but Arcanine. But if he swaps into Arcanine, he's in a really good position. And I have to go ahead and just sack Hydreigon for free, which I don't really want to do. I've got to click Freeze Dry. It's just too safe. Oh, he did it. Come on. Yep, he went Arcanine. Okay. Should have made the read, but I chickened out. I chickened out of the read, and I'm going to lose my Hydreigon because of it. That's unfortunate. I should have made that read, and that's not going to be enough to kill. Man, I had that read too, and I just completely backed out of it for no reason. Okay, so we're going to have to swap and sack Hydreigon. But as long as we have Terrakion and this alive, I think we can still win. Yeah, Flare Blitz comes out. He kills this. We go into Terrakion, and we click Earthquake. Because I really don't want to miss a Stone Edge. So we're going to click Earthquake on Terrakion. Boom. Earthquake should kill from half. I would assume it's going to kill from half. At least it better. And if he swaps anything else in, I probably 2-hit KO it. Goes into Dracovish. Can I 2-hit KO this? I'm Choice Banded. Come on. And we're guaranteed faster because of the webs. Please be a 2-hit KO with Choice Band. That might be a roll, and I really hope it's not. Because if so, then I'm kind of scared. Okay, I'm checking this to see if it's a roll. If it's a roll, I might chicken out of this. Choice Scarf Dracovish. Earthquake is not a roll. It does 50.7 minimum. It is not a roll for a 2-hit KO. I was kind of scared of that being a roll. So we do 2-hit KO the Dracovish, which is absolutely amazing to see. Yeah, that could have been really bad, because if we weren't Choice Banded, that would have been a roll. If we were Scarfed or something like that, it could have been a roll. Even if we were Life Orb, it would have been a roll, because it does less. Yeah, Life Orb I would have only had a 16% chance to 2-hit KO, and there's no way I would have had a chance to get off a Swords Dance or anything in this situation. So Choice Banded was actually the better set here. Okay, so we go Kyurem here. We kind of hope he goes for Sludge Bomb again. Nope, he went for Scald. That's a better play. Okay, so he doesn't do much damage. He can't burn us. Not that we really care. Okay, and so it's this and Arcanine. And I'm kind of in a bad position here. I've got to go for the play here, right? I've not made the play every single time. I've got to make it here. Okay, so he does swap out. Okay, I think that's game. I think getting all this damage off right here is going to seal it up for us. Yep, so we do make the prediction, which, you know, he did that every time, and I just kind of just didn't make the play. But we do go ahead and take out that Arcanine, which is absolutely fantastic for us. This poison's starting to wear us down, but like I said, I don't think it's going to end up making a difference, because we're going to be able to get this last hit off on Seismitoad, and then let the Seismitoad kill us. So actually it works out better, because then the Seismitoad kills us, and we get the final kill with Terrakion. So yeah, I don't think we kill Seismitoad here with this. But there's no reason to switch into the Terrakion and take unnecessary damage. Yeah, not even close. Alright, so he does kill us with Earth Power. Totally fine. And even if he didn't, the poison would have. And so now we go into our Terrakion here, and we're going to finish it up right now. Alright, and we're going to have to finish this up with the closest of combats right here. Let's do it. Goodbye, buddy. But really good match to my opponent. A 1-0. Very close match there at the end. But Choice Banded Terrakion being the star of the show, getting several kills. I lost count, but very, very nice. And Specs Kyram also coming in there with the Earth powers, and it was great. It was a good battle. He just messaged me that he's salty, so we may have to have a salty run back here in the future. But yeah, it was a good match. Now I might see if I can get him for a short little interview to talk about the battle, and if so, I will. I'll be right back with that. But if not, then I will see you guys next time, and I'm gonna go ahead and say bye-bye just in case. So yeah, if I don't see you in just a minute with the interview, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right, we are back with an interview with our opponent from this match, KidKujo. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. That was a heck of a battle.
That
boy.
was an intense battle.
It really was. So we haven't talked about the battle at all yet. So yeah, so let's run through. He just sent me his team, so we're looking at your team here, and it had some pretty interesting tech on it, right? The AV Seismitoad almost gave me a lot of issues, because he ate that hit. He
is a beast.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like I don't even remember what I hit it with, but I hit it with something on the special, and I'm like,
Draco Meteor. That's what you hit it with.
That's what I hit it with. I hit it with a Draco, and I'm like, that did 0. Like, that did no.
Yeah, it was intense.
That did no damage at all whatsoever, and I don't understand why I did nothing. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was a good set. The expert belt Lucario is interesting.
Yeah.
Dracovish, literally every time it came in, I'm like, I even said, I'm like, every time this thing comes
in, a wild card.
Every time that Dracovish comes in, something dies. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Like, every time he came in, something had to die. And so I just kept having to sack everything off just so I could come in with something. And it was rough. But so, let's see. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so this is my team, and I wanted you to get an opportunity.
He was scary.
So Choice Banded Terrakion was the star of the show in this one, and he puts in work, man. So
he does.
So
I just did not know what to do, really. It took me a second to kind of think, and I was like, oh wait, Seismitoad can kind of do something. And I was like, nope, no, he can't.
So
we seen that.
So I calced it, and Choice Banded Terrakion does like 101% minimum to your Togekiss spread. So yeah, like as long as I'm banded, I killed Togekiss with Stone Edge guaranteed.
And that's what really threw me off, I think.
Yeah, because I mean Togekiss, he's really what's supposed to eat your fighting type moves, and yet he just drops to him. Dragapult taking that knockoff straight away from the Mew, and then me going into the Obstagoon was pretty clutch. Obstagoon was pretty standard, just the Guts 3 attacks with Parting Shot.
Yeah.
I considered running Scarf on this and then running Trick or Switcheroo. But
he's great.
But
everybody I've faced with him has done
pretty
good against my team.
The Goon's pretty good. Galvantula, this is the same Galvantula that I've always had. It's the Sticky Web.
Annoying but lovable.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Scarf Hydreigon. I kept trying to sack it, and then it just kept living. So it just it ended up doing some damage.
That kind of explains itself.
Yeah. Now Mew I kind of messed up a little bit, but I think it still ended up doing some work. I had a little bit of physical defense, and that's why I was able to live a couple of those hits. So you can see I'm running 252 HP, 80 defense, and 176 speed. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. So I
I
liked.
tell you what, though, the Dracovish, whenever he has that choice scarf, he is fast. And
He
I never
is.
knew that until I did Showdown and had the calculation pulled up. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's like a
So
400 speed.
I mean,
That's insane.
he's base 75, which normally is pretty slow. But you slap a scarf on it, and then you start
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about like just how fast that is. But the thing is that I had sticky web, and so sticky web really hurt you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you didn't have defog or any kind of removal, did you? No
That's the
defog,
thing.
because you were running offensive, slightly offensive Togekiss, so you didn't have any kind of
Yeah.
way to get rid of my my webs. And I considered
I'm
getting up
thinking
rocks. I considered getting up rocks, but then I'm like, it would have helped against Arcanine, because Arcanine was giving me a
Yeah.
it was giving me such big problems there at the end, because like freeze dry O-code Seismitoad and
Oh, yeah.
Dracovish, but it did 0 to the Arcanine,
And
so
that
I'm like,
was pretty
okay,
terrifying.
I was like, okay, it's a 50-50 here between him going into the between him staying in and calling my bluff, or him
You
swapping
did
out
really
into
good there.
Arcanine. And so
Because whenever you did that, it threw me off. It threw me for a loop, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh gosh.
I had to make that. I had to make that prediction, or else I think I would have lost. Because every time that you swapped in and I went for freeze dry, that was a free flare blitz for you.
And
And
that's
that-
the thing, because
would've
that's like our
killed-
best battle. That was
It was a good
insane.
match. It was a good match. It ended up being a 1-0. So I mean, it was really close.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think my team
Sorry.
was pretty interesting. The Mew set was definitely kind of weird, but I think it ended up working
Yeah.
out. That knockoff
It's
was
different.
huge. The knockoff was huge. Although honestly, I don't know how big of a difference it would have made, just since I did go into Obstagoon right after and hit it with a knockoff. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure how big of a difference that made. Probably not much. So I probably
It
could have.
worked.
I probably could have clicked Stealth Rock that turn, and then you gone for your move, and then I go into Obstagoon and then just kill it. But
Yeah.
I mean, so it probably would have worked out the same either way. But yeah, I was pretty happy with it. I was running triple. Did you notice I'm running triple choice? Bandit,
Oh, yeah.
Scarf, and Specs, and that's what got me in so much trouble at the end, was because I couldn't switch moves.
I could tell, and I think that's where I started to be like, this Kyurem.
This Kyurem, like,
he's only been using one move, so
yeah, so I ended up backing myself into a corner there at the end, just with having all of those choice items. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, it ended up working out. It's just I had to play my sacks correctly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it ended
I'm
up making
thinking
it a
of
lot harder.
maybe, because I was just thinking about that, maybe using just a Pokemon to clear obstacles.
You could always switch
I
the
feel
Togekiss
like-
out to run like a defog variant.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you could run that. The thing is about having Nasty Plot with Heal Bell probably isn't the best, because like you only have one
Yeah.
offensive move that makes use of the Nasty Plot. So like with this, I would probably either go full defensive and change the EVs to make him like a really bulky set, and
Yeah.
keep like Heal Bell, Air Slash, Roost, but then swap out Nasty Plot for something. Or really,
I was thinking maybe Nasty Plot, Defog, Air Slash, and kind of going a more offensive kind of route.
yeah. The rough part is like if you're running Nasty Plot, you probably don't even want defog, because you're gonna want to run Dazzling Gleam on it, just so just so that you have that coverage. But I mean, I could totally see like Air Slash, because Air Slash works on a defensive set too. And so like
definitely.
drop Nasty Plot for defog. That's something you could do, and then take some out of speed and put it into bulk. That's something you could do.
For sure.
Dracovish, always good. The physical Dragapult, Phantom Force is really a big problem for him, because he can't really do as much because of the 2-turn move. And that's what really just allowed me to go into Obstagoon and just murder you.
I've started to know that,
Yeah.
notice that, and just kind of
And that's
even
the
by
thing.
doing Showdown.
Even though his attack is higher, his move pool is pretty bad. And so
Yeah,
like the special one is a lot better, and I like the special one way more. Offensive Seismitoad though, but that Assault Vest really was nice
Oh, yeah.
on this.
and that's the thing, because originally I was using more of like a physical attacker set on him, and that just does not work out as well. Like
No.
I feel like the Assault Vest works out great.
Yeah, the AV really did work. it did a lot of work actually. It really helped out. Arcanine was an issue. Just this thing's just so naturally fat. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it just takes hits for days, and then like Flare Blitz
he's
was doing
great.
so much, and you didn't even need a boost or anything. Like just adamant Flare
Yeah.
Blitz just does
Because even
insane.
if he's hitting somebody for neutral damage, it's still like a really good amount of damage. It's
Yeah,
not gonna.
absolutely. Lucario didn't really get to do anything.
Yeah, it's kind of pathetic.
Just kind of. I mean, he came in, got a kill with CC, and then just kind of. You kind of had to sack him because otherwise you lost something else instead.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think you sacked him when you had to.
I feel like that's the thing. I feel like Lucario kind of comes in whenever he's needed and then goes away.
Yeah.
Because
the thing
I mean
is,
that's
like,
a lot of Pokemon. It just
on
depends on who
Arcanine-
you're fighting.
so like on Arcanine, you had that one chance to go for an extreme speed, and it would have killed my
And I
Kyurem a
did
turn
not.
earlier.
That's what I
Um,
should have done.
I mean,
I was just scared, I guess, more so than anything, because
I mean, I don't think
just
it-
sitting there.
I don't think it would have necessarily changed the outcome of the battle, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's just something you had since you had extreme speed. But yeah, Lucario just like he just never was in a good position, and Terrakion just kind of just completely crapped all over him because he like once he has.
Just Earthquake instantly.
Yeah, I mean, close combat.
Or, well,
if I don't want to predict, I just click close combat. Because that's the thing is that once I killed Dragapult, I was free to click close combat on literally anything
Yeah.
and do like half.
And I feel like too,
And
like
by the way, like I don't
your
know what it
Terrakion's
was.
kind of like my Lucario. I just kind of have him there for priority. You know what I mean?
So Terrakion actually, if you're choice banded to the Dracovish, as soon as I hit that Dracovish for like just over half, I'm like, I bet this is a roll. I bet this is a roll,
Yeah.
and I'm getting ready to lose because of a roll. And it is
Because I knew
it is 50
Dracovish would hurt him, but
it is 50.7% minimum, so it was not a roll.
yeah,
It was not a roll at all for me to. So I mean, the choice band was huge. Now, I mean, I could have, if I was the Life Orb with Sword Stance set, I could have Sword Stanced on your Switch right there, and that would have still been a guaranteed KO. But like, yeah, I needed to be choice banned in order to 2-hit KO at stock. Otherwise, I would have died there and lost. So I mean, choice band really like saved my butt there several times. It was pretty crazy, but yeah, I think it was a great battle.
it was a great match.
I'm really happy.
I
with
can't
it.
wait to do it again.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it again soon. So anyway, that is going to be all for today's episode of Wi-Fi Wednesday, and we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Bye bye.